couldn't make it. He's in concussion protocol right now. But I wanted to start this one off.
Bill, right?
Oh yeah,
I saw that.
He got it was a hit from what I heard. You know, Derringer put a hit out on him and he came through. He won that battle. But just wanted to tell everybody last week we didn't have the picture of the commission up. You know, every group's got their commissioner. You got to have it's protocol. You got to have his picture up on the wall. So we got it up this week. It was getting framed, as you can see. Jim shot everybody. That's our commish.
I'll have to get a copy of that.
Yeah, definitely. I got a couple.
Well, at least he calls in on your show.
That is true.
Secondly, Chris Farr wanted me to read something that he sent me.
Okay.
Really important. It's something he wanted everybody in the league to know about him.
Did you
So
at least send cheeseburgers?
no. But this is from Chris Farr, guys. Just reading this. It says 2 all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame bun. Take that whatever way you want. I don't know. He just told me I had to read it for everybody. So
It's a good jam.
yeah.
You sent us something Morano?
Yeah, I think he was putting his order into Morano, who apparently in the middle of our game
So
took
he's-
off to go feed him. So I'm
So-
glad
so
everyone's looking out for each other.
You ordered Uber Eats.
Yeah, it was fart eats, but I guess we'll just start with the first game of Sunday.
No introduction. Welcome to the podcast.
Oh, I'm just so used to watching this man right here. Actually, before we get into that.
Yeah.
I watch all these podcasts. I'm a huge fan. I write in sometimes. But please just, Sunday doesn't know about Thursday too much, but please tell them how you got started with the podcast and how it went from there.
Well, really, Thursdays kind of started out just like Sunday mornings is kind of small, 6 teams, and then took about 4 sessions. We got to 8 teams, and we just started noticing that everybody was staying in the building. And I went to my buddy Mike Simonson, my co-host, and I said, hey, want to mess around and do a podcast? He's like, yeah. So we did the first one on location. We were camping, and really it was just a quick one, and then they just became longer and longer, and it kind of turned into this thing where people were actually watching. So
You got a lot of hits.
We just
I
kept
did see
going.
that.
So we try to do goofy shit and keep it light. A lot of butthurt content on there.
There's a butthurt report now?
There's a butthurt report coming out. Steve Davis.
We don't need
yeah,
that yet.
That's Thursdays. I mean, we just mess around. It's competitive on the floor, and then afterwards you have a few pops, and it's all good.
And I think it is very competitive on Sunday also, which I like already. A lot of people are taking days off to make sure that they're there.
Awesome.
I mean, I gotta give a shout out to Phil. Called in last week so he could be there for his team to have a bounce back game.
For the bosses isn't watching this, huh?
They still lost,
He's a
right?
cop. I think he's union.
Okay.
And they still lost.
They won.
They won?
They won.
They won?
Yep. They won by 1.
Oh, that's right. They
Johnny Apple feeds everybody. Said he got someone over. Really, what I saw.
Hickman was a beast.
That's what I was gonna say. What I saw was Hickman being Hickman, and
I mean, he had, 6 goals, 5, 6 goals, and Phil had 2.
yeah. I mean, I think if you're going for assists, I mean, playing with Phil and Hickman really helps that.
Yeah.
I mean, I think, and I don't quote me on this, I think on the stat sheet when I was working it said, if so-and-so is playing on this line, automatically put him down for an assist. I could be wrong, I think that's what I read though.
Awesome.
But
I saw Fire was bragging about having the assist lead.
yeah.
But
5
I think
assists
technically
last
I'm
game.
missing an assist. So,
That makes it different. Week 1, Frank
Well,
was
Jim-
dealing with some stuff, so we can't be too mad about that.
Well, Jim,
I'm not
get
gonna
your
stress
ass on
out.
that.
But that's something for the commish.
Yeah, Jim. Get going on that.
Yeah.
Jim has been on Frank to, any corrections that need to be made. Let Jim know, and he can talk to Frank and get them corrected.
I know that there was some in my game. I know that Morano had assists he told me about, and I know that there was Cam got a goal and it wasn't counted on there.
Well,
Morano got 2 assists that wasn't on there that they gave to Bob, but we'll fix that next week. Cut it. Yeah, so that first game was a good battle. It was Phil's team versus the Shinagamis. Both teams coming off of a loss. Both teams looking for some firepower. I will say this, Casillas keeps that team in it all the time. He made some saves. I'm like, you're not human. And yeah, I mean,
First goal
you gotta work them hard. And great move for Derek Hill and them boys. But Phil's team fought hard the whole game. I think Far tried to take out a couple of their players. I don't have the footage of it yet, but I know of at least 2 good hits to head.
I heard Lou got rocked.
Listen, I don't know. I haven't heard from Lou yet. I sent out a couple text messages. I combed a couple.
Lou came to the house.
He was
around 6 o'clock.
His
hurting. Neck was stiff.
Oh yeah.
He got rocked, I guess.
I mean, the end of that game could have been a little bit different.
Next week, huh?
He could be. I'll get the sit and start report before Sunday. But yeah, he had a shot on McGordy too. Them two early in that game. But Lou, you need some more goals, buddy. They need to start cycling that 3-year line. Only when you're not playing my team, just for that record.
Lou, you must have smelled like cheeseburgers.
Yeah, because Far was coming after you. Well, end of that game, they had a nice play at the very end, a backdoor goal to win it for them. So that puts them at 1-1. Lost, I think, week 1 to the Nature Boys.
Puts Derek going too, doesn't it?
Yeah, puts Derek going too. On to the second game, 2 win teams for week 1. Your team and Jesse's.
Yeah.
And I don't know, week 1, you guys looked powerful. I'm like, wow, this is definitely a Predators team.
Right.
Looking to establish some dominance. But that ran into a buzzsaw with them Jesse boys.
Yeah, 2 different game plans.
Tell us about that.
Well, first week we were just out there having fun. And then I know Shot told you to point something out there?
Yeah,
that,
I gotta do it just like it said. So week 1, week 2. I think week 1 you had like 5 assists, 2 goals.
I had I believe it was 3 and 6.
It was amazing.
Jesus.
And
Who'd you play?
we played Joe's team here. And I think the difference was, like, last minute before this game, someone brought up to me that against Jesse's team, because they had the chemistry, we should play a 2D system. So basically only one guy's going in to try and score, and then 2 people playing defense. And it did not work.
In a scoring league.
You should have
And it
aborted that.
basically, I feel it stifled our offense. I'm the type of guy where, like, if that's what we're going to do, fine. I'm going to stay back the majority of the time. I did go up a few times. Brody made a few good saves on me.
Yeah, he's a good goalie.
But we pretty much killed ourselves, I think. And what I told Tom Comstock, who kind of came up with this, but I thought it was a good idea if we had gelled. With the draft league, it's different.
Yeah.
You know, when you're playing on a team where you've been playing on it for 10, 15 years, you can say, hey, let's do this, and it can work. When you're playing on a team in these draft leagues, you got guys who've been playing on, lesser teams. So everybody's got habits.
Right.
And trying to tell people, hey, don't go in, sometimes doesn't work. So we were playing this defensive system, but they still had a lot of 2-on-1s.
Right.
So next week, we're just going to go back to run and gun. And
Who do you play next week?
Who do we play? We play the Nature Boys there.
Horrible idea.
So
horrible idea. Stick with that week 2. It looked like at the end of that game it was starting to work for you guys.
No, the end of about halfway through the third period, I kind of said, all right, and Tom even said, all right, let's just go out. We were down by 4 or 5. Let's go out there and try to have some fun. And we switched it up and got a lot more chances. Brody still played pretty good.
Yeah.
And at that point, it was just too late.
Anytime you're playing
So,
behind 8 ball.
Good game by Jesse and the Rippers, but I will
They changed their name,
not,
but we're going to stick
okay,
with
well,
Jesse.
that's not the game plan we're not going to have for next time. And plus, Tyler Ramirez was not there, so
That's a big key. He's
just
a
going to throw that out. Those are my excuses.
Yeah, but I think
I'll
Turner's
take
be
the
back
goose
for
egg.
this game.
Turner will be back this week.
That's fine. I want to play the best, so.
That's how I am. Yeah, so we're not going to talk much about that game because Jesse played in that game, so we're just going to skip that.
They
Good
played
win
like,
for them.
They played like they've been together for a long time.
Oh, wait a
so-
minute, because I think that's his basic team for.
And that's fine.
But here, I will say this though. I will say this. I really like Smith as your D.
As do I.
He is a hell of a two-way player, mostly defensive player. Right now, I'm pretty sure we're gonna do an all-star team.
Yeah.
And he's got my vote. Maybe in this coming toward the end, you can
He's
explain
smart.
how
He
that
jumps
works.
in. He knows that last week
He's
I
got a
got
hell
a
of a
couple
shot.
times for a couple goals, and
Yep.
where he jumped in, and that's my game.
Yeah, he's a heck of a player. Hopefully it snows heavily this week
Supposed to.
because that man liked the snowmobile and he will be gone on them trails.
Sunday's supposed to be a bad storm coming in.
I'm gonna be out. Tyler's gonna be out again.
I just
And,
want to
and
bring
Smith
up
will be out.
our sponsors, Bangs Energy Drink. If you guys haven't tried them at Frank Young's yet, make sure you jump into this one. This one is cherry blade lime, but they come in many flavors. If you're looking for a case or something, talk to the commish. He's got you. Why don't you zoom in on that picture of that commish again?
Boy, the commission's awful quiet.
He's missing the top of his head.
That's the best part.
This is like
He's
Back
awful
to the
quiet
Future.
too.
You cut it? So, yeah, we're going to go to the third game of the slated Sunday morning draft league, which was my brother's team, not even my team. And Jesse Hackett and Joe's team here.
Is he still in the hospital after bouncing his head off the floor?
Who? Yes, he's in concussion protocol right now. I really feel bad for him, had to step in and do his job, but hopefully he'll be
if
back.
he was able to make it Sunday.
He'll be there, from what I hear. I hear they got him on a strict regimen, no lights, dark room, so that when he comes out, he's ready to go. You heard it here on the podcast.
I'm gonna bring
He
the
will be
snow
ready
light.
to go. Somebody should maybe call his kids. Maybe they can
We
bring a
get triggered.
binky or a can of corn and a Diet Coke, whichever works.
I heard there's still a dent in the floor right in front of the goalie.
Yeah, I heard he's not paying for that, right? And
Frank's like there's
secondly,
more gunshots.
I
going
heard. I heard that there might or might not be a reward if somebody takes out Derringer for putting a hit out on my brother.
No.
I mean, I hear that's not legal to say on a podcast, but you heard it here somehow, some way. There might be a reward, maybe a case of Bangs energy drink or something, which is our sponsor, just so you know.
Is it Bangs or Bang?
It depends on how many cans you
I think
have.
Bangs
If you
is
just
like
have one, it's Bang.
I think Bangs is a salon.
It could be, but if you have more than one, it's
So,
Bangs because you're just down
conflict
them.
of interest here.
We'll work that out
Work on
later.
his bangs,
Yeah. They always
You
in
know
my
what?
eyes. They're in my eyes. It's not my fault. I couldn't see the no S there. Jesse's team. I heard it was a trap game. We're going with trap game.
Trap King?
Well, it's combined. I would take the first pick and the captain as their team because it's kind of how it works. So Joe and Jesse's team, because that was his first overall pick and he's the captain. Me and Cam's team, maybe sometimes me and Morano, depending on that. And you and Comstock, Phil and Hickman, it's Jesse and Jesse because he doesn't let anyone get a say in that. So it's just Jesse and Jesse. And for the record, I think in Derek Hill's, it's Derek Hill and Terreri because the goalie you don't bother goalies, you let them do their thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, goalies are weird.
But my game was a trap game. They came off a horrible loss week 1, got spanked like if they weren't even there. Just want to point at you guys got spanked, right? So they came to play. I feel like my team week 1, my brother's team, sorry, week 1 had a lot of fire. That game had a lot of fire in it. A lot of back and forth. I feel like once they got down in that game, they against Joe's team here, the fire wasn't really there. They kind of took the wind right out of us. Me going down
Joe's
to
got a
help
good
out
team.
any. Yeah,
He stole in the draft. He took a couple guys back to back that I was supposed to take. Joe Danes,
Yeah,
who's a really good player, and then Jeff De La Sente. Am I saying that right?
De La Sente,
De La Sente.
who might or might not have told me to upgrade, or told my brother to upgrade his list there, but we'll get to that later.
Yeah. Well, I was supposed to take him earlier, and then he kept saying, "No, you can wait." So I waited too long, and
There it was.
And we were talking like, how the hell did Joe know who he was? He talked to Frank.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Frank, said, hey, Danes is good.
Yeah.
Jeff's good. And now they're not on my team, so thanks for that. But I like my team, so it worked out.
I will throw out there comeback team. I know I'm going to do comeback player and give it to Derringer, but I just felt like the team in general, your team in general, just came out like if it was a Stanley Cup.
Wasn't playing in jeans, so
well,
that's
that
a
helps.
plus.
But I mean,
Yeah.
I would
I'm
like to
still
jump
waiting.
into that actually, right? Just a little sidebar here, right? Some of the best players have played in jeans. Brett Favre, I'm pretty sure plays in his jeans,
Wranglers?
in his Wranglers, underneath his stuff. So maybe you just need to hide them with some hockey
roller
pants or
hockey
something. Because
roller hockey gear.
he's a professional, and if that guy's wearing jeans, I want to wear them too. So yeah, I give the comeback team to you guys this week. You guys played a hell of a game. Derringer, I said it on my first podcast. That is not Derringer. That is him warming up. And you got to see the real Derringer week 2, and you got to see the real Jesse Hackett, the guy that could do it on his own, but is a hell of a team player.
He wasn't hungover either.
And, well, we'll fix that next time we play you guys. Crown Royal, Apple. I will save that for you, my friend. A whole bottle. We will come over. I'll make sure you're safe.
Don't worry, Jesse.
I'll
get you
tuck
some
you in the
vitamin B.
morning, and I'll
Some
go to the
B12.
hockey game, and I'll come back, and I'll make you breakfast.
I'll get you some B12. You won't have anything over here.
But he came out. Joe Danes, 2 weeks in a row, I have to say, was solid. He's
He'll get better too.
Yeah,
He gets comfortable with it.
He's
I really
a
like
good
that
player.
pick. Danes.
Yeah,
I really do.
yeah. What round did you pick him in?
4th?
Wow, yeah, good pick in the 4th.
Fourth.
Delicente, it looked like the ball was legitimately stuck to a stick sometimes. People were hitting at it, it just stayed there.
It dangles in slow motion, but it works.
It was definitely like a highlight wheel in slow motion. I agree.
So
My goalie got hypnotized a couple times watching him dance in front of him. So, yeah. But
I just want to say it was Joe Moya's last game. He's heading away.
Yep, played for us. That's why I had my. That's why I stepped in as a twin brother, because that was a twin brother match there. Joe and John. I think my team just got confused and thought John was on our team because they just let him sit back door all day long.
You know, he's so sneaky though. You don't know where he is. He just ends up in the right spot, and Jesse and Danes, and they find him.
Yeah, he's
He would have.
black
I
magic.
think he would have had
on
6 or 7 goals. He missed on a couple opportunities that just went wide.
Yeah,
He could have had a lot more goals than 3.
I think he could have had like +8 to be exact. One last thing here before we switch. When we play Stu, we are still drug testing him, right?
Yeah.
That is
That's fine.
still the game plan.
He'll pass.
Well, against all of us, I think, right? I think you guys gonna do it. I know I am.
He'll pass.
Yeah, I actually saw him in the parking lot mixing something. Somebody said it could have been deer stuff.
I believe that's all illegal. We'll have to run it by the commish.
Yeah, I never even thought about that. This
I don't know
is
if we have any bylaws
Close
in there.
personal friends with commish.
Yeah,
I don't see it as a
that's
problem.
smart.
So.
And he's saying Michelob, but yellow and yellow look the same to me. So I'm just gonna put that out there.
Keep doing what you're doing, Stu.
Yeah, you are. You drink either the revitalizing water or something. I need to get on that. I need to track.
I come in, I'm like, I'm gonna get a Red Bull. Stu throws me a beer.
Yeah.
Perfect.
The energy drink of the game.
Yeah. It's our sponsor.
Yeah, that's right. You better. This means live. That means fuck you. So I know a bunch of people were talking about All-Star games already. I think Jesse, he's about stats in All-Star game
Yeah.
and not playing white guys. But that's a different story. We won't get into that
There's
today.
players that are about to catch, yes.
So tell us how you guys doing on Thursday. I have a little Adeus maybe we could throw in there and.
Yeah, so what we do is, because, it's floor hockey, so there's 11 guys, so we do the top 6 forwards, top 4D in points. So whatever their stats are, those guys make it. And then we have the captains vote on the second set of 6 forwards and 4 defensemen, and also the 2 goalies.
So we probably, because it's roller, we'd probably have to do the top 4 offensemen and the top 4 defensemen. Split those up on top of teams, and then do another.
It might be tougher, yeah.
And then do another 4.
Because a lot of people,
It's a
say
5-on-5
they play defense,
Thursday
but then you
versus-
see them playing offense. So
Right.
I don't know. We just,
Yeah,
we'll figure something out. We got some time.
You go by who played that position. You when you play people, you see who's back there. You know,
Yeah.
kind of rub that. But yeah, I think top 4 for stats and top 4 for defensive stats, and then the 2 best goalies.
Yeah.
And let that 2 best goalies play, and then and you
Goalies
take
would be
split those 2
captain
guys.
vote, because what stat are you gonna go by? You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And on Thursdays they keep
You could go
shots.
goals against.
Yeah, but that's not a great depiction of a goalie. Like on Thursdays, we added the refs have a clicker, so they see how many
sweet.
shots. So
Right.
you can have a goalie that has like 6 goals against average,
Right, but
you know, second or
50
third in the
million
league,
shots.
but their save percentage is the best. So it's cool to do that.
I think I know
that
some
General
goalies wanted
and
to do
Matt
that.
want to do that, but
Maybe we'll talk to them. I think they're gonna hopefully be on next week. The refs get them on here and do the refs corner 3 weeks in.
Penalty
They should
box.
have the penalty box. I'm sorry, penalty box right there. Skate over to do right in front of the net. Yeah. Perfect. And we'll get them in here. Talk about the biggest whiners, the best captains, which should go to my brother. Just saying. And go from there. And then hopefully then we do a captain's vote for I would say 2 and 2.
Yeah.
So 2 offensemen and 2 defensemen. Right. And then do open it to everybody in the league, so everybody's involved for the last 2 offensemen and the last 2 defensemen in.
you could do something like that.
And we'll talk to the commish and see what he likes, see what he's okay. Then that way everybody has a heads up going into it.
He's kind of quiet today.
Yeah, he's. Listen, I like a solid, strong commish that just backs us, just stays behind us and supports us.
There you go.
I like that. And so that way we can throw it out there, let everybody start thinking about who they like and who they don't like, and
Absolutely.
whatnot, and maybe get some people to step up and hit this stat sheet pretty hard, like Johnny Applefeeder, who's got the fries that will cross your eyes.
Yeah.
He's got the shakes that'll make you quake, and apparently he just got burgers.
We got to come up with one for the cheeseburger for fire. I mean,
Yeah, I feel like he's the guy from The Longest Yard, pulling cheeseburgers out of his underwear.
Ronald McDonald.
Ronald McFar.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go to the
Far
power
McDonald.
rankings. We're gonna go to the power rankings. And who wants to? What's your power rankings this week?
Oh jeez, I'm not gonna forget all the teams.
All right, I got this. Hold on, I'll start. So my brother gave me his power rankings to put out there. He didn't want to let everyone know. He's got the Nature Boys first. I don't know why he does, but he does. He's got the Demon Knights second, and then it says Phil's team, aka Warriors, aka 7-man boy band. Putting that in for their team name, 7-man boy band. And then he's got tied for last place the Predators, Shinigami, and Barbarians or whatever, and Jesse's team, whatever that means. I think it says on here tied for last place because Shinigami lost to Jesse's team and you lost to Jesse's team, so he couldn't really, put them above them. So
I think
just put
that's
them all
taking a
tied.
safe way out there.
I mean, on the sheet though it has you in 4th, Shinigami's in 5th, and them in last place.
Oh.
So I mean, but it says 4A, B, and C. So like 4A, 4B,
All right,
4C.
well, C is worse. So.
Yeah, C's the last one on there, so that would be Jesse. He knows it, so I don't, then we'll go with
Jesse, I don't think you're getting out of the basement anytime soon.
then I'm going to go with mine. My power ranking says Jesse's team in 1st, 2-0. I mean, it's still young, They play together, so that's going to help them. Once these other teams start clicking and stop changing game plans up week to week, that's going to change. Demon Knights in 2nd, only because they beat the Nature Boys. And so I had to put that into account. I got Nature Boys in 3rd because they beat the 7-man boy band. So I don't think that pops them above us. And it was a close game with Shinigami, who is 0-2. So you don't get a big jump
Is
because
that Hill's team?
That's Hill's team.
Okay.
You don't get a big jump there because, well, the team's 0-2. And then I got the Predators behind the 7-man boy band at 1-1, which they are also. And then the Shinigami's last, which beginning of the year, I don't think many people pointed that out except for Farr. And I think the reason he said they were going to be last place was because that half the team was going to leave. Would like to also point out that Comstock was there this week.
Yeah.
And so was Lil. That makes it 2 weeks in a row. So the running wager on what week they will drop out, I have 0.
I don't see.
I have 0.
I don't see anybody dropping.
Me
out,
either.
Really. I think people are going to realize that this is fun. It's going to be competitive.
That's the key.
And it's not like, you know, your Monday night, Tuesday night roller.
Right.
The same thing happened with Florida. You had teams that just stacked and it just killed it. Yes. And it
Like
just
guys,
killed it.
Frank's team on Monday.
So I think it's going to take some time for the really competitive guys to get used to it because they're used to always winning.
Right.
But, you know, if that, you know, when that happens, it'll be fine. And if not, and they want to leave, then, you know, peace.
And I don't think you're getting any of that. I think everybody's really into it. They like it. It's fun. It's not like the best part of there's 3 things that I want to touch base on before we close this out. One of them being you don't have to worry about somebody taking cheap shots at you. Some other leagues you have that.
Right.
You don't got to worry about you running into a buzzsaw team that beats everybody because the teams are evenly matched. There is good points on every team.
Yeah.
There's bad points on every team. And if you put your game plan and exploit that, then you do good. If you come with some fire in your belly, you could come back from any deficit and win. That's the beautiful thing about roller hockey. You could score 4 goals in a minute.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's beautiful. And last but not least, we're all kind of like a brotherhood. We joke with each other. We have fun. We get on the floor. We play hard. And, I mean, that's beautiful.
And I also noticed a lot of people are staying after.
Hanging out.
Yeah.
I brought breakfast last time and tried to share it there when they didn't want it. I mean, I ate half of it because that's what I do.
Can I get to my power rankings?
Yeah.
All right, my power rankings, I'm going to put Phil's team first, which is what, Gym Class Heroes or the Warriors?
We're going with the 7-man boy band.
7-man boy band. Okay. I got them as number 1. They've had 2 pretty close games, 1 loss, 1 win. I would put Jesse's team, the Rippers, second, as they're 2-0, and they're playing pretty good. I would put the Predators third. They beat us, and until we beat them again, I mean they're kind of a.
He's just making up for freaking us last week.
Yeah.
Put you in the same spot, though, pretty much.
I would put my team, Demon Knights, in fourth. I think we showed up and played the game we were going to play, should have played in the first one, but I think it was the first game everyone was trying to gel with each other. Some people are out drinking. I would put I have 1 more left, right?
2 more.
2 more. What's the other one? I forgot now.
Nature Boys and
I put
and
you
Hills.
guys. I put you guys next. Nature Boys.
Drops us from first last week all the way to second last.
Well, I mean,
That's what happens in 1 week.
you took an ass whooping.
Well, it wasn't an ass, but what, a 4-goal difference?
Oh, a lot of that came in the last couple of minutes, though.
Yeah, exactly.
So
No,
I
on your
mean,
points, we only scored 1, I think, in the last 4.
I don't know. Well, and then is that Derek's team there? Shigami or whatever it is. I still put them at last. I just think that they're 0-2. That speaks for itself right now.
I think they're a better team than that, but that's what's beautiful about everyone's power rankings.
Yeah. Everybody's a better team than what they, play.
Somebody's got to be last. I mean, if
Own it.
if
I
they
agree.
get
Own
butt-
it, Joe.
Oh,
Own
I
it.
agree.
if-
Don't
if-
change it now.
Listen, no,
Don't change it now.
I'm not. Everyone's got to be, there's got to be a number 1 team. There's got to be a bottom team, and if they don't like it, then come back and play harder the next week. Who do they got next week?
Who does who have?
Shinigami.
I think they play. They maybe play
Us.
you guys or
Us.
or Jesse's team.
Well, there you go.
I can tell you right now, actually.
Just hit back and you'll find it.
I got this.
Nope, he's got it.
Nope,
No, don't got it.
Well, I'm gonna beat him to it. So we got first game is Jesse versus the 7-man boy band, and Jesse's name is the Barbaric, just so everybody knows.
Oh,
Enough
yeah.
with this fucking Jesse and the Rippers crap. And
Sorry.
it's Jesse with no I, just so everybody knows. I is for if you're a girl. Secondly, you got Demon Knight and Shinigami.
Okay.
So, Shinigami, please come next week. Show this guy that you guys aren't in last place.
You guys want our spot? Come take it.
And Predators versus Nature Boys. We're going to throw everything we got at you guys.
Hopefully I have my 2 defensemen.
Hopefully he has
Well, I
his
know
2
I'm going to be
defensemen.
missing Tyler.
Hopefully he has his 2 defensemen playing defense the whole game.
Well,
You know,
one thing
I
I
want to
wanted-
play the whole game.
One thing I want to address right now, because I've already was asked, and maybe you can help us out with it. When it comes to players not showing up and playing because they got something else to do, is it the captain okay to pick anybody off the sub list, or does it go in order?
So
You have to have 2 down first.
if
Two down, yes, two down first.
If you're down to say 4 skaters, you can pick up a 5th. So you know, if you're missing Hackett, get somebody that's a first rounder. Just pick, you know what I mean? We want everybody kind of, you know,
Yeah, it's fair.
police
So
themselves
you
with
could
it.
pick.
Yes.
You could pick. Like I had Turner
if
missing
I'm
last
missing
week.
my guy I picked in the 7th round, and
You can't
Hackett's
pick up
hanging
Mitch
around,
Smith.
you know, I'm like,
Okay.
yeah, I'm not gonna. Hey,
Well, then-
Mitch, come play.
Then should
You know?
we rank the subs?
No, just
No.
kind of just
Everybody knows who
you
they are.
know.
You kind of know. If this is how you'll know. If you have a question, call the guy you're playing,
Yeah,
captain,
you can
and
always
ask him.
courtesy
Bounce it off
call.
him.
Yeah.
Because he's gonna go, whoa, dude, that guy is either way better than that guy, or that guy is, you know, equal.
Just keep it in the ballpark, you know. I mean,
Or ask the commish. Can we zoom in on that commish pitch again? Give me shot the commish.
He must be pissed at you. He's not saying it. You know,
Right back there
it's
like
because
that.
he called this bangs.
And you know what? I better redo that.
Jesus Christ.
Our sponsor, Bang, like boom, boom, choo-choo train, bang, bang, right there. It's a 22. Boom, boom, boom.
No, it's like mankind. Bang, bang.
Exactly.
Dude,
But
what?
Bang's our sponsor. We'll start passing those. We'll do a promotion sometime by the end of the year.
What, just have a case just sitting right here.
Exactly. I got all that upstairs. But yeah, 2 guys down to get 1. Yeah.
and you don't have to. If you want to play
Right.
shorthand, play shorthanded. You know.
Well, I got some guys that want to play. I mean, Rizzo really wants to play.
Who?
Rizzo.
Never heard of him.
Never? No.
Never heard of him. Does he live at the rink?
I think so.
Yeah, I think he was grandfather closet. And if you tell that to Frank, he will lose his shit. So if you want to get Frank going one day, just say, hey, is Rizzo here? I know he lives here. And you'll get a good one. You will get a good one.
Speaking of that, real quick, I just want to say Frank came back this week.
Yeah. welcome back.
Looks good. I saw the staples.
Yeah.
He's got probably
Scary.
about 20 or 30 staples in his stomach, but he's back and he's kicking. It's great to see him back. I know he said in a couple months he might have to have surgery again, so.
Yeah, well,
But that's an outpatient thing.
we're here for you if you need us. I think everybody in the league will tell you that. I wouldn't leave the keys at Rizzo, but maybe some other people.
Yeah.
And you got a power rankings for us?
No power rank. I'm not for me. No.
No billboard
I'm-
stuff.
No
I'm
power
not a
rankings?
regular, so you
He
guys
said power
can
ranking
yell
is
that
just
shit.
for the hosts. So
That's right.
if you want to leave your power rankings up on the underneath this video when I post it, feel free. I'll delete it, but feel free. No, I mean I'm just joking. Depending on where you put the Nature Boys, woo! Depends on if I delete it. But other than that, I think that's us out.
So I guess he must be kicking me out of being a co-host because, I put you guys below.
Just want to give a big thank you out to our guest, Scott, for coming on the podcast today. Feel free to stop by anytime you want. I just want to also give a invite out to anybody that'd like to jump on the podcast. Touch base with me. Get in here on this. Let's have fun. Let's talk about all the great stuff going on. Again, thank you to Scott for jumping on, and a big thank to the commish for getting this league started. Woo!